Welcome to O.co Coliseum in Oakland, California. Getting ready for Game 3 of a 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Oakland A's. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. And the Red Sox dropped the first 2 games of this series, and right now the Red Sox are seriously offensively challenged. That's been the case this year.
You know, you hate to beat a dead horse. I mean, over and over and over. Everybody knows it. All the Red Sox fans know this is not the same team offensively, but when you look at the numbers, it's really incredible. I mean, it says everything. This is the Red Sox. They're supposed to be thumping. You know, they get doubles. They always lead the league in doubles, but you look at it, and the home runs step out. Look at 53 home runs compared to last year at this time. And the runs per game is down a run a game. You know, the 242 is one thing. You know, you get guys on base, but you have to drive them in. But you have to have some power. And where do they go from here? They're waiting for Victorino. Is that enough? I don't know. This is going to be a long season. You can't count on the pitching to do this for that long. They need some thump.
Red Sox will try to snap out of it today as they take on Jesse Chavez and the Oakland A's. Ruby De La Rosa on the mound for the Red Sox. Game 3 is coming your way next. Southwest Airlines. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. The new GMC Sierra. Subway, eat fresh. And by your Audi dealers of New England. Well, another picture-perfect day here in Oakland in the Bay Area as the Red Sox and the Oakland A's play Game 3 of this 4-game series. The crowd settling in as the Red Sox have dropped the first 2 games of the series. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Jamie Erdahl.
Don, Ruby De La Rosa is certainly making a name for himself within the Red Sox rotation with the opportunity he's been given, especially back at Fenway. In De La Rosa's first 2 outings in Boston, he's thrown shutout baseball, the first pitcher to do so since 1914. Now, completely different story when we're talking about baseball away from Fenway. We take a look at De La Rosa's numbers. He's our Chevy Key matchup this afternoon. 2-0, 0-2 away from Fenway. A 6.35 ERA. Triples the hits when he is not back in Boston. Look at the difference between the opponent batting average. John Farrell had something to say about this difference between home and away for De La Rosa, and that is our Geico quote of the day.
Well, it's clear he's thrown the most innings at home when you even consider last year or the more frequency of outings. He clearly likes our mound, and he's felt more comfortable there. This is another good pitcher's environment in this ballpark right here, and more than anything is what he's done between start 4 and start 3 to make some adjustments. He's done a very good job of that.
We'll find out what adjustments he's able to make today as he has to work away from Fenway Park and on this Oakland A's mound at O.co Coliseum as the Oakland A's take the field today, and they are joined by some Little Leaguers as well. Let's check out the visiting Red Sox starting 9 today. Brock Holt leads it off in right field with Dustin Pedroia at second base batting second. David Ortiz, a DH, bats third with Mike Napoli at first base. Daniel Nava is in left field with A.J. Pierzynski doing the catching, batting sixth. Stephen Drew, the former Oakland A, at shortstop, bats seventh with Jonathan Herrera at third base and Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field batting ninth. Red Sox lineup brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. On the mound today for the Oakland A's is Jesse Chavez. His 15th start of the year. He's 6-4 with a 2.93 earned run average, 78 strikeouts at 21 walks, and opponents hitting at 248 against Chavez. Last time out, a win against the Yankees, 6 innings, giving up just 1 run. Struck out 4, did not walk anybody. Defensively for the Oakland A's, from third to first, it is Josh Donaldson, Jed Lowry, Eric Sogard, and Alberto Callaspo. Left to right in the outfield, Brandon Moss, Coco Crisp, and Stephen Vogt. As John Jaso does the catching today with Jesse Chavez on the mound. The A's are 12th in fielding percentage in the American League. The umpires, Quinn Walcott has the play calling the balls and strikes with Greg Gibson at first base, Phil Cuzzi at second base, and the crew chief is Jerry Davis at third. Beautiful conditions again today here in Oakland. The entire series been very comfortable. Today 65 degrees. Breeze out to left at 9 miles per hour, and partly cloudy the forecast for the remainder of the day. There are some clouds above, but mostly sunshine as we get started today in the third game of this 4-game series. Well, Brock Holt ready to lead it off here for the Red Sox. They try to get it together here offensively today and try to get to Jesse Chavez. Really unable to get to Brad Mills yesterday, and here they had a very good opportunity to do that. But Chavez coming in with an ERA under 3. Ready to work with the first pitch of the ball game, and it'll miss down and in, and we are underway.
This kid, being 30-year-old kid, has been around the block, and he just found his way into the rotation. Had a great spring training, and there was a need for a starter. Obviously, they lost a couple of guys, and he has jumped in there and done an amazing job. I mean, he's in territory that he's not been in the big leagues. You know, he's got more innings than he's ever pitched up to this point, more strikeouts, more everything. And this guy keeps the ball down, little cutter, little curveball, good control.
Been in the top 10 in many categories this year so far. He currently ranks 9th in the American League in earned run average at 2.93. As you look at Brock Holt's numbers coming in at 319 with a home run and 15 runs batted in. Holt is 1 for 8 so far in the series, and last night was held hitless, 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. There's Pedroia batting in the 2 spot for the Red Sox today, with Bogaerts on the bench as Holt works a walk to begin things here in the first inning. As we all know, a happy staff equals a productive staff. There's no better way to show your employees a good time than treating them to a night at Fenway Park. Go to redsox.com/groups to book your company outing now. Leadoff walk for Brock Holt. Here is Woodland, California native Dustin Pedroia, hitting at 267 with 4 homers and 27 runs batted in. 20th game this season that he's batted in the 2 spot in the order. I think we were talking about this a little bit. It seems like Pedroia, when he was in the 2 spot, it seemed to be maybe the best spot for him in the lineup, perhaps, if you had your normal lineup. You know,
and that's what happened last year. He just found his way to batting third because nobody else could. He did a nice job, but he's been all over the map this year. Lead off, second, third. Got a home run off of a changeup in the first night and a double later on in the game. He hasn't gotten hot yet. You know, and every time you think about it, you wonder if he's totally healthy, that hand.
Well, certainly questions last year, obviously, spending the entire year injured, and the power numbers were down. As takes a hack there. Foul tip, 1-2.
You see the fastball has a little tail on it. This ball is middle, and it's got to beat him.
Chavez trying to work his way around a leadoff walk here in the first inning as Pedroia rolls it over foul, and it hangs at 1-2. On deck, Big Papi David Ortiz batting in the 3rd spot today. Red Sox giving Xander Bogaerts a day off. John Farrell giving him the day off. He'd been struggling lately and sort of looked like he needed a day.
Yeah, he looked like he did need a day, definitely.
Pedroia chops it up the middle, and coming from short is Lowry. He'll tag second and fire to first for the double play. 2 down.
You talk about a tailor-made double play ball. Big high chop. Lowry to his left. Steps on the bag, easy turn.
So 2 down, bases empty for Big Papi. Into the shift go the Oakland A's on the right side. Outfield about straight up as Ortiz totes a .249 average. 16 home runs, 44 runs batted in. He's 2 for 5 so far in the series as he takes strike 1. Red Sox coming in 7.5 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays in the American League East. This Oakland A's team has the most wins in the majors with 46. Ortiz in a check swing didn't go, says Jerry Davis.
It's one of the first hooks that he's thrown, Chavez. That's what he throws left-handed hitters to get him out. Left-handers do have a much better success rate in almost hitting 300. Right-handers he has his way with.
He's starting to get some room in the American League West, too. With their 46 wins, they now have a 6-game lead over the Angels. Top the AL West. Just misses away, and it is 3-1. Largest lead for any team atop a division in the majors right now. And Angels at 39-33 behind Bob Melvin's Oakland A's. 3-1 pitch. Ortiz will take ball 4. This is the second walk of this first inning allowed by Chavez. We'll help NESN by taking a quick 2-minute survey and enter for a chance to win a VIP NESN experience at the ballpark in July. Visit NESN.com/survey during today's game for your chance to win. So 2 down, and David Ortiz at first base gives Mike Napoli a chance. Napoli at .267, 7 homers and 28 runs batted in. And Napoli will take ball 1. But today's key matchup is brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. Like Napoli, 2 for 5 lifetime against Jesse Chavez, but those 2 hits are a triple and a home run. Hits it on the ground to short this time. Lowry in the backhand will force out Ortiz at second and conclude the top of the first inning. The Oakland A's are coming up. head to the bottom of the first, and let's take a look at the Oakland A's starting lineup. Coco Crisp, the hero of last night's game in center field, with John Jaso doing the catching. Yoenis Cespedes, the DH, with Brandon Moss in left field. Josh Donaldson at third base. Former Red Sox shortstop Jed Lowry. Stephen Vogt is in right. Alberto Castro at first base, with Eric Sogard at second base, batting ninth. And tuning in is Coco Crisp. He's here in the bottom of the first inning as Crisp will take ball one. Today's Red Sox starting pitcher, presented by New England Audi dealers. Experience the all-new 2015 Audi A3 today. Well, for De La Rosa, his fifth start of the year, 2-2. 2.84 earned run average, 23 strikeouts to 7 walks. And a pop-up here off the bat of Crisp, left side of the infield. Drew battling the sun, and he'll make the catch. Today's Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Jonathan Herrera at third base, with Stephen Drew at short. Weston Pedroia at second base, Mike Napoli at first. Daniel Nava in left, Jackie Bradley Jr. in center, Brock Holt in right. As A.J. Brzezinski catches Rudy De La Rosa. Red Sox seventh right now in defensive play. And the Red Sox here coming in with one out. John Jaso about to bat. Fielding percentage for the Red Sox, they've made a total of 41 errors on the year. This is game number 75 of the year, kind of in the middle of the pack in that category, as the Angels have made the fewest amount of errors in the American League, 36 errors in 72 games. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to John Jaso.
You wonder if Ruby De La Rosa can get comfortable on the mound. Last time out against Minnesota, he had a bad first inning, but got away with it with a big double play ball and went on to only give up one hit.
On the ground is second. Pedroia backing up on it, but has plenty of time to throw out Jaso. The fans, you can test your Red Sox IQ right now with the MLB Preplay mobile app. Download for free and start predicting every at-bat of every Red Sox game all season. Today, Preplay predicts Ruby De La Rosa will go 6 innings, allow 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and strike out 7.
Do you think we'll ever have 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs, something terrible?
No,
it's never terrible.
No, it's never gone that way before. Like an inning and 2/3, 8 runs.
That wouldn't be good.
No. The prediction is usually favorable for the most part, I've noticed.
It's usually a quality start.
Yes.
At least.
2 down, Yoenis Cespedes takes strike 1. A lot has been made about the splits for De La Rosa from home to road. We talked about it, heard Jamie talking about it. We heard John Farrell talking about it, and I'm interested to get your take on the difference, as we'll have to wait on that. A pop-up right side has Pedroia in behind Napoli to make the catch. A 7-pitch first inning for De La Rosa. Scoreless from Oakland. It's closing time.
by the new Scion TC in celebration of this day. Last year, Koji being named the closer for Boston. High Five City came to the Red Sox. Who is the best closer in Red Sox history? Sox 1 for Jonathan Papelbon, Sox 2 for Dick Raddatz, Sox 3 for Bob Stanley, or Sox 4 for Koji Uehara. Text your answer vote to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Text help for info and visit NESN.com/terms for terms and conditions and a privacy policy. Eck, in your professional opinion, who would you vote for?
I'd have to say Dick Raddatz, the monster. I mean, you see the numbers he put up for, 8 years, going like close to 150 innings a year.
Because of the amount of innings he had to pitch, you think?
But the dominant, I mean, he punched everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the game has changed so much. I mean, Bob Stanley threw a number of innings, too.
Of course, Papelbon has the most saves in Red Sox history now, surpassing all of them. And, it is a relatively small sample size for Uehara, but he has been incredible. I mean, as far as 1, 2, 3 goes, I'd be curious to know how many 1, 2, 3 innings he's had in his career as far as saves go.
I'll tell you what, more than anything else, being the manager, having a closer like that, I mean, you never have a heartbeat. I mean, the game's over before you ever get nervous. No drama, ever.
You got to just get to Koji. That's the key.
I mean, there's a lot of closers. Even Papelbon, he'd make it interesting, walk a guy, whatever, and it took forever to deliver it, too. The drama, he made the drama himself.
He's got some drama going on in Philadelphia these days as a member of the Phillies. Kind of miss at times. Not bad.
He's having a decent year, though. I mean, he started off bad, but he has been a blessing. Uehara, the best in the game.
Navu sends it to center field, sending Coco Crisp back. Plays a deep center anyway, and has plenty of room in front of the warning track to make the catch. The Berkshire Bank, America's most exciting bank. Visit BerkshireBank.com, one of our locations in New England and New York, to discover how big bank resources combined with small bank attention can help you find your exciting moments. Life is exciting. Let Berkshire Bank help. One down here in the second inning for A.J. Pierzynski. Started to ask you about Ruby De La Rosa now. Chavez is out there, but as far as the home mound goes and the road mound goes, too much being made of this, you think? I mean, there's a difference.
Well, he hasn't been around, first of all, but, starting pitching, I mean, you've got more than enough time to get your act together. Obviously, the mound in the bullpen is not the same as the mound on the field. I mean, there's always a difference. Believe me, it's harder being a reliever. I mean, with all the adrenaline and a reliever coming into the game, you have no time to make an adjustment. The first guy you face is not, it doesn't matter as a starter, right? If you walk him, hooray. But if you're a reliever, I mean, hello.
You're in trouble.
Because, or the guy goes bridge and you said, well, I'm not comfortable, and the game's over. So
this is down to first. Cayaspo taking himself to the bag, and Pierzynski is out number 2 in the inning. But I'm sure there are mounds in the road that you are comfortable with that you pitch enough in. And as you said, De La Rosa has not been around long enough really to have that happen.
But there's most of the mounds are, there's not a drastic drop. I mean, I remember Dodger Stadium. It's like, not that they were treating, but it was like they had an extra 6 inches. I know they must measure it, but some of them seem a little taller. They really do. But you have more than enough time to get onto it. But, with Ruby, he throws so hard. For him, he just can't come out throwing 98. You got to sort of make your way into 98.
And Chavez has the first 2 outs here in the second inning, and pitch missing to Stephen Drew. Coming in, hitting at 176 so far as he tries to settle in here offensively.
But I'm still so infatuated with that radar gun. I really am. I love to talk about cheese and gas and all that. I mean, I've always loved that. And to a fault, even when I pitched, I cared too much about trying to throw the ball too hard. And it's so overrated throwing the ball hard.
This is in the air to right center field. Coming from right is Vogt, but Coco Crisp is there. It's a 1-2-3 second for Chavez. Scoreless game from Oakland. An inning and a half done. As the Oakland A's and the Red Sox play Game 3 of the 4-game series, and Brandon Moss, remember the Red Sox, letting it off here in the inning. Moss hitting at .259, 17 homers and 55 runs batted in. Had the chance to chat with Brandon today before the ball game, and I had forgotten as we were coming in today that after we get back from Japan, after he had that home run in Japan, and we played the exhibition games against the Dodgers, then started the regular season again here in Oakland and then went to Toronto. And after that, he ended up getting sent back down to Pawtucket. So he said he never really got himself, comfortable at that point because we'd gone all the way to Japan for that trip to take on the A's to get back, and then he ended up back in the minor leagues again.
Now this is 2008, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yep.
So later on in that season,
he was back.
He was back, but
yes.
he got traded, right? Is that the year that he got traded with Manny?
That's a good question.
He went to the Dodgers. He went to Pittsburgh, and then
3-team deal.
And that's where he got lost.
Right.
He got lost for a couple of years. That's how it goes. And boy, did he find a home here.
17 home runs so far this season for him out of the gate.
I mean, this guy is a legit power hitter. Has a chance to make the All-Star team. I mean, they have thumped 3, 4, 5. I mean, he gets his walks. He's not going to hit for a high average because he swings too hard. He's trying to leave Earth.
And swing and a miss there. De La Rosa gets his first strikeout of the day. 1 down. Select my view today is of the booth up here and coming down the hall in Oakland, and this is our view. You were leaving at the time. I was coming in. You're leaving. A lot of stuff going on today during my view. Jamie was getting ready for her pregame hit, so she's ready to go as we go past where we do the pregame hits and down to where we sit down here in the booth. This is also, as I mentioned, the 50-yard line for when the Raiders play here. This is the coach's box. A lot of times the offensive and defensive coordinator here, but not a bad location as locations go booth-wise here in the majors.
No, and when the ball's put in the air, some places you don't know. You can't really tell the depth. But this is as good as it gets.
No,
really.
It's pretty good.
It really is.
It's pretty true. You're not too high, and a good vantage point here in one of the older spots really in the league. But as far as room goes, it's roomy. It's okay. I think you're going to like Seattle a lot.
Yeah, it's old, but the problem is that elevator doesn't go down back.
Yes.
You can't move around a lot here.
There's one elevator. There's one way to get here, and that's it.
I mean, give me some stairs just in case. I hate waiting for anything. I have no patience. And, if I change my mind, you can't change your mind.
No.
You've got to stay in one place.
It's
annoying.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people waiting for the elevator at the end of the game, too. I don't know if you noticed that. There's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
When you get there. I mean, should you get on? Should you wait for everybody else?
And I've got to be nice to everybody because I played here. Right?
Yes.
It's like, hello, how are you?
Nice to you here. I know that.
I got to be really nice.
Yes.
Not that I'm not.
You don't have to be nice to anybody.
Right. I can't wait to get there. I mean, it's really nice the way they treat me and everything, but it's like I have to be on all the time. I am tired of being on.
Right. They don't really know the real Denny.
Well,
we do.
You're kidding.
Well, when you got your number and your name out there, I mean, that's big.
Right.
And today was a very special day for you, too. I know we're going to be showing it at some point today, but you got to throw the first pitch out today. That was very stressful for you.
You knew how nervous I was, right? I mean, it's ridiculous.
We started talking about it last night. We actually started talking about it the first day we got here.
That's not an easy thing to do. That's as nervous as I've ever been.
That's incredible.
You think I'd never pitched before in the big leagues, huh? I'm not kidding.
Hall of Fame closer. I mean, starter.
But you don't want to throw the ball in the dirt.
No, there is a lot of pressure.
Oh, totally.
This is to Drew. It's short on the run. And in time, he throws out Donaldson, 2 down. Well, this was the first pitch. Now, you had thrown a few down there in the tunnel, I guess, to get ready for this.
It really didn't help.
Not at all?
It really didn't. Watch. Little one-hop piece. Oh.
It was a nice pick, though, by Sean Doolittle.
Thank goodness. And this is the kid, the new Gas Masterson, right?
Yes.
For the A's. This kid can bring it.
Did you tell him he's a Gas Masterson?
I did. I dropped the Gas Masterson on him.
And he know what you're talking about?
He smiled. So I think he knows what I meant.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah,
it was a compliment.
I was going to say, I hope he doesn't think it was a bad thing.
Yeah, like I'm hooting on him or something.
Hey, you're a Gas Masterson.
Right.
I know what you're talking about, but does Sean Doolittle
Maybe
know what
he
you're
didn't know and he's just trying to be nice.
Yeah. This old guy that sizzled.
Yeah, this guy sizzled. Hooray. You wonder what they really think, huh? I don't know.
What did you think then?
I know Raleigh Fingers used to always come back.
Yeah, what
right?
did you think when he came back?
I knew Raleigh anyway. It's like, hey, what's happening? I was always nice to the old guys when they came in.
Well, he was impressive last night, Doolittle. So anyway, you also had the opportunity while you were down there not only to throw the first pitch, but you got a chance to meet your likeness, the mascot that runs around here, and stand with him for a picture. That was something.
How about everybody that tells me about the race? Like,
yes,
right? Like it's a big deal.
Yes.
Like
I thought it was a big deal.
Are you going to win today?
Down the right field line, foul. So, I mean the thing about the likeness is that I was surprised by how much you really actually look like this guy. I didn't think so until I saw you standing next to him.
Oh, my goodness. It's the horn. It's the nose.
It's the nose that bothers you the most.
Come on.
Everything else is there. The moss.
Yeah, I guess.
It's all there. The mustache is good.
Yeah, and he's got the bangs. He's got the bangs and the whole thing. It looks like I'm wearing 2 hats or something, right? Shooting out the side. It's all good, though.
Lowry on a check swing goes around according to the home plate umpire. Gets away from Pierzynski, so he's got to throw him out. And he does. So second strikeout for De La Rosa, and a good start today for De La Rosa. By Kiel Vodka. Stay balanced. Now it's on to the third inning back here in Oakland. Scoreless game, and it's Jonathan Herrera leading it off, and Herrera getting a start at third base. More Xander Bogaerts today. 237 average. No homers, 7 runs batted in. Some Sox culture here for Herrera. The action movie he likes. Reggaeton, pork chops, and a relaxing beach. Do you know what reggaeton is? I've been told what this is. It's kind of a combination of hip hop with reggae, is the understanding. Because we've had it on a few times and trying to figure it out. I didn't know what it was.
I mean, I know reggae.
Yes, but it's different.
Okay.
Jackie Bradley Jr. waiting on deck as that's in there for a strike. And a full count now to Herrera.
Well, Chavez, he's been picking here and there and here and there. He's not really exactly going after guys.
And walk 2 in the first inning. And he's going to walk 1 here. 8th batter in the order, Jonathan Herrera. Do you want to relive the best Red Sox moments from this past week? Then tune in tomorrow night at 8:30 for the Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by AAA. So leadoff walk here for Herrera. And Jackie Bradley Jr. the batter. After the last leadoff walk for Chavez back in the first inning, was able to get Pedroia to ground into the 6-3 double play.
You think the Red Sox are in a situation where they want to force the issue. You know, you can't just sit around, make something happen. This guy is around the plate. I know he's walked 3 guys, but he's around the plate.
So you're thinking a little hit and run or something here?
Have we ever seen hit and run? I mean, we never have a lot of action. I mean, obviously you want to get into a hitter's count where he has to throw a strike. I mean, but when you haven't got any power, you got to try something. And it gets to the point where this team doesn't have any team speed either. I mean, you can't really force the issue. I know sometimes you can hit and run, but you can't just steal a base if you can't steal a base.
In the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury, Shane Victorino, some of the faster Red Sox over the last few years. There he goes at first, and a soft ground ball to first base. Callaspo will tag the bag. Herrera was on the move that time, as Bradley Jr. grounds out.
But that's a hit and run. That's an ugly hit and run, isn't it? But he got to second base. He got into scoring position. You see a weak tapper by Jackie Bradley. But he is in scoring position.
First time the Red Sox have had a base runner reach second in the game. 1 out, and here's Brock Holt. With a walk in the first inning. He'll take strike 1. Red Sox would like to make Chavez pay here for one of his walks.
Well, he just threw him a 85-mile-an-hour changeup cookie right down the middle.
Chavez already has more wins this year than he's ever had in his career. Previous high was 5. Now 6 wins on the year, coming in at 6-4.
Well, they're scoring him like over 6 runs a game. That helps.
Even with that, he's 4-4 since the end of April.
Peavy gives Peavy 6 runs a game. He wouldn't have that 1-5 record.
No 2 pitch to Brock Holt. Fly ball to left center field. Moss headed over to make the catch for the second out of the inning. No advance for Herrera. Now the 2014 Charlie Moore Outdoors Summer of Fun begins this weekend. Lots of great guests are on the way, including Johnny Damon and Hulk Hogan. Fun begins with New Hampshire native Sam Fuld, who's just in town with the Minnesota Twins. Catch this all-new episode tonight at 8 following post-game coverage. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Jonathan Herrera at second base, and here is Dustin Pedroia. Mentioned he bounced into a 6-3 double play in the 1st inning. Hits it on the ground right at Sogard at second base. And Pedroia retired. So are the Red Sox in the top of the 3rd. They leave Herrera in scoring position. No scoring.
Bottom half of the third inning, scoreless. It looks like the A's have a Brock Holt situation on their hand with Stephen Vogt. The catcher is now being used in right field. Bob Melvin says it's because they like his bat in the lineup. Recently, he had Vogt play 7 innings in right field before bringing him in as a catcher. We saw him come in last night when their catcher was injured, and Vogt, his arm translates to right field, and like I said, Melvin likes his bat in the lineup. And Eck, I know you were saying how different and unique it is for the A's to have 3 catchers in their lineup right now.
And it's something that doesn't happen very often. You know, nowadays you're lucky to have 2, and for a catcher to play right field, you don't see it very often. And they have some athletic catchers. Jaso can run a little bit. And to me, it just helps them that much more to mix and match. And then obviously you can DH your catcher, right? I mean, you can't do that when you've got 2 catchers. Red Sox did that the other night, which is kind of weird, but
it's kind of risky. End up losing the DH as they did.
But they've got the best catching combination in the game right now offensively.
This is driven out towards deep right center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. going back, and it's going to be high off the wall. Bounces by Bradley. Savota just keep on running. Heads for third base, and the throw is going to be close. Not in time. Wow. He didn't slide, and they almost got thrown out at third base. What a throw by Bradley.
I thought he had a triple easy, and the third base coach, I don't know if he told him to go slide, but somebody made a mistake there. But this ball is crushed. This ball should be gone. I mean, he absolutely tattooed this ball in the gap, and it hits the top of the fence right there. And Jackie Bradley looks like he's far enough away from it, but it's not. It gets over his head, and you think easy 3, but he doesn't slide. And he throws that ball all the way in. That's a bang-bang play at third. It shouldn't have been that close.
So Vogt at third base with nobody out. That is the first hit given up by De La Rosa, who retired the first 6 he faced. And now here's a liner towards right center field. In comes Holt. He dives, makes the catch in right, then fires home, and the play at the plate will not be in time. Did he leave on time? Yes, he did, as they appeal third base. Well, what a catch out there by Brock Holt. He can do it all.
I thought that ball, is it going to hang up? Is it going to hang up? And it did. And he lays out on this. I thought this ball was going to fall in, but he dives a full extension dive, and he gets up and makes a nice play to the plate. What a catch. It reminds me of last night with Gentry. I thought there was going to be no play at the plate again. And Vogt, he doesn't run very well. And you see, this is closer than you thought it was going to be. What a play this would have been if he would have thrown him out at the plate.
Wow.
Whew.
Well, the A's jump on top 1-0 on the sac fly. Now Eric Sogard takes a pitch down and in. It'll happen very quickly. The triple, as it turns out, off the wall. Sac fly for Callaspo.
That Brock Holt is amazing to me. I mean, he really is. I mean, it's one thing going out there and making the plays, you know, right. It's the normal plays, routine plays, but
how about being good at all the positions?
He's laying out. He is laying out.
He was in the air a long time.
I mean, I thought last night's play did the importance of it, but that might have been a better diving catch, that one, than one Gentry last night.
The play by Gentry last night, that was kind of the turning point, I thought, of the game.
Totally. If he misses that, it's a 5-3 game. Brock Holt, that would have been his triple. He would have had a triple on that. 2 runs would have scored. The inning would have continued.
Brad
and it
Mills.
would have been 5-3. Brad Mills, see ya.
Sogard strikes out, third K for De La Rosa, and there are 2 outs here in the third inning.
He's basically fastball changeup, and he throws his changeup very hard, but this is cheese right by you upstairs. Sogard has no chance. That's the thing with De La Rosa. You know, 2-pitch pitcher. We don't see a lot of breaking balls, but he's got a nasty changeup. He throws it so hard. I mean, he gets guys to swing and miss a 90-mile-an-hour changeup.
And 2 down. Coco Crisp, the batter. Popped out to the shortstop first time up. You want more of a differential between the fastball and the changeup, ideally? Or?
Ideally, you want about 10 miles an hour, but it's amazing they swing at it because they're geared up for, you know, that 98. We haven't seen it today that hard, but he's got some pretty easy cheese when he lets it go.
That was at 95, and it's a ball and a strike to Crisp.
as we get into this game, hopefully De La Rosa has a good outing, and then the questions are going to come up. What are they going to do with this rotation? We saw Dubront last night, who was really very, very average, to say the least. I mean, I know he had that bad first inning, the 3-run home run to Donaldson, but after that it was, mediocre velocity. The command was so-so. I was expecting more. I was, and I don't know how he felt about his outing, but in this situation that it's in, you've got to dazzle if you want to keep your spot right now.
And he felt fine today from a medical perspective after that outing here last night. You kind of wonder anytime you get a guy coming back off a couple of rehab starts how he would feel. He felt very good today, and so that's a good sign. But you're right. I mean, the velocity was certainly not where you'd expect it to be. It was kind of where it was right before he was injured.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he was when he was just so-so. I mean, we've seen better Dubront, and I think he needs to be better to keep that spot in the rotation.
Buchholz coming back in the Seattle series.
And I'm looking for big things from Buchholz. I really am. I think he's going to turn it around.
This stuff is really too good not to.
Oh, yeah, it is. And somebody said he was up to 96. So, but hooray for 96. That, like I said, ooh.
Strike 3 call to Coco Crisp. He doesn't like it at all. He's a 4th strikeout victim. Hayes take a 1-0 lead. Care about your community. Eastern Bank is committed to putting you first. Learn all the ways Eastern puts you first at easternbank.com. Heck, what are we looking at here? Where are we? What is that?
Where are we?
You recognize that area?
No. Is that Alameda? Where are we?
You're from here. They might not be. They may not put the. Who knows? That could have been Cleveland.
I have no idea where they. There's no reference point there. What is just a bunch of what? I mean,
some water, some places. I thought you could look at it and say, "Oh, that's Alameda."
Maybe it's Alameda.
Maybe it is.
Where else would they shoot?
I
not Fremont.
Can't imagine. No.
I mean, come on.
This is fouled off to the left out of play. David Ortiz leading it off here in the 4th inning.
You got to give me a building or something, right?
Some sort of landmark that you recognize. Yeah. We'll get a better look here. They're going to give us another chance.
Do they know? Somebody know what they're shooting?
All I know is if you showed where I'm from, I would be able to tell you where it is.
Oh, please. I'm not from this area.
Right here. Here we go again. Here's your second try. There's apparently an airport.
Yeah, that's
off to
Alameda.
the right.
That's got to be Alameda.
Alameda.
I'll go with Alameda.
There it is. There is Alameda.
I was born in the naval station in Alameda. Imagine that.
How about that?
Oakland, Alameda, whatever, Naval Station, many moons ago. And there's the stadiums, yeah. So that's got to be Alameda.
Go. Yep, there are the stadiums.
It's not the most beautiful area. I mean, it's kind of flat and like, ugh.
It's not terrible.
It's not. There's nothing here. It's all flat and. Why do you think we stay in San Francisco? Hello. I don't care what. Everybody goes through hell to get here, but who cares? They're in San Francisco.
And by the way, you've done a very good job in getting us back to San Francisco and around, because I'm terrible directional wise.
It's really not that tough.
It's tougher
right?
than you think.
It's tough getting out of San Francisco,
yes.
But you just go over the bridge and it's easy from there. Man, traffic was bad. Yeah, too many trucks.
A lot of trucks.
Get these trucks off the road.
What is this, 80?
880. They used to call it the Nimitz Freeway. That's where it gets stuck, right there. A bunch of trucks.
Ortiz will pop it up, foul ground, a lot of it here. And Jaso with a long run towards his dugout, and he can't catch it. Pretty good bid. He ran forever, and you can here in Oakland.
And that's what you get away with when you have a shift like that. There's nobody that the closest player obviously is the catcher. The third baseman, he's playing in a normal position, is going to get this, but there is nobody there. What a tough play for a catcher to go all that way. I mean, if he makes this catch, I think it's a circus catch. I mean, you have no help. There are so many outs in the foul territory here. It's a beautiful thing. It just a pitcher's dream.
Ortiz breaks his bat. It is a foul ball down that first base line. Well, the Cardiovascular Institute at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center invites you to join the club. The Walking Club gives free tools and tips to get you and your family walking towards better health. More at bidmc.org/walking. David splintering his bat there, but the ball goes foul down the first base line and has another chance here with a full count. And a swing and a miss. Chavez ends up striking him out. First strikeout for Jesse Chavez, one down in the fourth inning.
Well, he drops a 3-2 off-speed hook down and in, and he gets David chasing on this. This is a ball, but it just fooled him completely. We've seen a few of those swings from David when he releases the bat looking for something else.
One down here in the fourth inning brings up Mike Napoli. Napoli grounding into a fielder's choice in the first inning.
See Chavez out there, 6'2", 160 pounds. I mean, he is a skinny boy now, and he's up at over 80 some innings, is most he's ever pitched in the big leagues. The question is, can he last? Everything looks just peachy right now for the A's, but you talk about their rotation guys that, Sonny Gray, he's only been in the big leagues, not a full season yet. Cashmere, I mean, he's had, a year's worth. I know he's 9-2, but when you get up to 150 innings, 175 innings, I mean, where are they going to be?
It's been a while for him to do
yes.
that. But as you said, things are peachy right now.
Everything is just great. You know what this club needs? I mean, in a perfect world, they need David Price. That's if they had the chips to go get David Price, he would be perfect for the Oakland A's. Be perfect for a lot of teams, but this team in particular, trying to get to the next level. They've already done this division series stuff. It hadn't been working the last couple of years.
No, losing to Detroit back-to-back years. You mentioned their team ERA 3.00. That's the best, as Napoli will take the walk, and this is the fourth walk given up by Chavez, but so far the Red Sox have not been able to take advantage of those walks. Well, here's today's Coors Timeless Moment. June 21st, 1939, the New York Yankees announced Lou Gehrig's retirement based on the report that he had ALS. The 36-year-old star would remain with the team as captain at the time. One out, Mike Napoli at first base and Daniel Nava the batter. Season high 4 walks for Chavez already today, and that pitch count up to 58 pitches now with 1 out in the fourth inning. He's been living dangerously.
Kind of a sloppy outing for him. I no hits. Better not be any hits because you've walked 4 guys. He's a pitch away from getting knocked around.
Nava fouling it off 1-1. Left-hander's hitting at 283 against him. Right-hander's only at 190.
Well, he's got that curveball that he can put you away with. We saw it with Ortiz, but for the most part, he likes to use a cutter, a little backdoor cutter, a little sinker changeup. We've seen that changeup. He's left it out over the middle a couple times.
Close pitch, but a little bit high, apparently.
Well, he's got to have that. That ball's, it's up, but it's the strike.
He's pitched well against the Red Sox, a 1.69 earned run average. 3 career appearances against Boston, and Nava fouls this off sharply back into the seats. Tomorrow, catch an all-new episode of Nesson Clubhouse, where kids run the show. We learn how to walk on stilts with Big League Brian and find out what kind of wood is in a baseball bat. Plus, Gary and David Ortiz's son D'Angelo face off in round 4 of Batter Up. Don't miss Nesson Clubhouse live and commercial free tomorrow at 2:30. 1 out, 1 on to Daniel Nava here with the count of 2-2. On the ground, foul outside of first. Chavez able to beat the New York Yankees last time out. 6 innings, giving up just the 1 run through 87 pitches in that outing. Again, get plenty of run support to the A's in that game. Scored 10 runs.
Hello.
You're right, though. He is very slight of build. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Elevated, Nava chased, and that's the second strikeout of the inning and of the outing for Chavez.
Doesn't throw all that hard, but when you throw it upstairs like that, it's hard to get on top of. You see, ball up and out of the strike zone. Nava can't lay off. Just sort of tied him up. He had no chance there.
2 down here in the 4th inning brings up A.J. Pierzynski. A.J. grounded out to the first baseman Callaspo in the 2nd inning. And he'll do it again. Callaspo on the backhand will tag the bag. Inning over, 3.5 done. 1-0 Oakland. Our economy and community is strong. That's why they've been named the #1 SBA lender in Massachusetts 5 years in a row. Eastern Bank, here, you're first. Back in Oakland, where the A's have a 1-0 advantage. They come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. John Jaso, Yoenis Cespedes, and Brandon Moss to face De La Rosa, and there is strike one. Jaso grounded out to second base in the 1st inning. One hit allowed by De La Rosa as he gave up a triple to Stephen Vogt, who would score on a sac fly in the 3rd inning. To right field, Holt started back, comes in and has time to recover to make the catch for the 1st out. Well, it's time for the list. Only pitchers to win an MVP, Cy Young, World Series championship, and pitch a no-hitter. And our guy Dennis Eckersley is one of those guys. Vita Blue, Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax. If you have a comment about today's list, tweet us at #NESSONList. MVP, Cy Young, World Series, pitch a no-hitter. That's pretty good company you got there around here. Yeah.
I remember Vita, 1971. What a year he had. Threw about 300 innings. You know, Bob Gibson had that year where he had a 1.12, about 10 shutouts, and everybody, Sandy Koufax, forget about it. What's my name doing there?
Well, apparently you did all those things.
I know.
That's why.
I know. Just, whatever. It's a beautiful thing. Life is good. I get to style. I've been styling here for 3 days.
It's good to be Yak.
Got a guy running around with a big horn we've watching for 3 days, right?
And you finally got to meet him.
Yeah.
It's to the left, right at Nava in a step, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out. Yeah, I think things will be a little different in Seattle. I think where you can kind of get used to this role here.
You know, I've never been to Seattle. I've been to Seattle, but not to that ballpark. That's how long ago.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing there, too. I mean,
very nice.
It is. Probably one of it might be the best ballpark in the big league.
Top 5.
You ought to know. Top 5,
I would say.
What's number 1?
I put San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Because
of that view.
Really good.
Yeah, you're right.
Really good.
That's true.
I still like Camden Yards a lot. I'm a big Camden Yards fan. I like it a lot. But it is there. It's in the conversation.
How about Pittsburgh? Is that up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Pittsburgh is. The only thing I don't like about Pittsburgh is the booth is too high.
Right.
That's it. And it's all about me. It's all about
Of
Donnie.
course.
It's about Donnie.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I'm right with you. That's my life.
That's the only thing. You know, like Washington's a nice ballpark.
Way up there.
Way too high.
Yeah.
It's like the 11th floor or something.
Yeah.
So, but I think you're gonna like Seattle. You're gonna like the booth. You're gonna like the hotel.
Right.
You're gonna like it all.
And then if it rains, which we're going to get some good weather.
This is to center. He's going to drop in. Brandon Moss, a broken bat base hit to center field. Just the 2nd hit for either team in this game. Well, hey, Duncan fans, want to enter for a chance to win tickets to the coolest events of the summer? Go to Wicked DD Cool Perch to learn more. That's Wicked DD Cool Perch with 2 Ds. Make sure to sign up for DD Perch and use your registered Dunkin' Donuts card all summer long. No purchase necessary. Must be a Mass or a New Hampshire resident, 18 years or older. It ends on August the 31st. Those double Ds get me in the middle of that. Josh Donaldson grounded out to short his first time up. He's with a base runner with 2 down, and De La Rosa checks on Moss at the bag at first.
There's that breaking ball. Haven't seen many of those. Well, you add that little biter to that 96 gas and that changeup, and those are 3 legit pitches. And he can dominate.
Popped up foul out of play.
Made a mistake there. I think it was a changeup. But he's proud of that changeup. He really likes it a lot. It's gone around the league where I know in Baltimore they were sitting on it. Chris Davis took him deep first inning on a changeup.
In there for a strike, and it's 2-2. No changeup there. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got it.
I mean, 97's dotting it on the corner. I mean, what do you do with that as a hitter? Forget about it. Look at this. That is paint cheese corner. See ya. Do it again.
Yes. Strike 3 call. He did do it again. Right there. You called for it. You got it. 5 strikeouts for De La Rosa. For Extra Innings Live, presented by Assurance. Send your questions to TC at hashtag Sox Final. Maybe yours will be answered on Red Sox Final, presented by Assurance. Top half of the 5th inning, 1-0. Oakland A's on top. Jesse Chavez back on the mound. And is leading it off is Stephen Drew. Jonathan Herrera, then Jackie Bradley Jr. This one fouled off to the left out of the play. Pitching line is brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 4+, no hits, no runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks for Chavez. Walks have not been costly other than the pitch count, which is up to 66.
He's just sort of been in and out of the strike zone. Just good enough.
There's 2 strikeouts. They both came in the 4th inning, getting Ortiz and Nava. Drew's second look at Chavez. He flied out to the center fielder Coco Crisp in the 2nd inning. On the ground right side, ranging is Callaspo. Chavez got a cover. He's there. For out number 1 of the 5th inning as we send it down to Jamie Erdahl.
Don, John Farrell won't necessarily call it a setback, but Shane Victorino hasn't played in a game down in Pawtucket Thursday, Friday, or today. The Red Sox right fielder experiencing general body soreness. Farrell won't pinpoint whether or not it's exactly that right strained hamstring. He says when it comes to that kind of injury, everything is connected. Victorino has only had a handful of at-bats. Farrell says they preferably need him to play in back-to-back games, both 9 innings. The Red Sox had planned on Victorino joining the team in Seattle, but that timetable is looking to be pushed back as he hasn't played in a game up until today.
Yeah, I thought at first it may be just a day, but now we're talking, as Jimmy mentioned, about 3 days, and all of a sudden I would say it is a setback.
You know, that's troubling to me. I mean, he's a legs player. I mean, he needs his legs to be the kind of player that he is. We saw him last year. He could do so many things.
Well, Donaldson at third base hauls in Herrera's liner, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th.
But we're talking about offense, and where do you go from here? I mean, we're waiting for Victorino. Not like he's the end all, but
he could be a spark to help you get it going, though, and it lengthens out that lineup.
But something about, you know, having some speed and making things happen without the long ball.
Jackie Bradley Jr. taking strike 1. Grounded out to Callaspo at first base in the 3rd inning. Check swing, grounder, foul, 0-2. Liverpool Football Club returns to Fenway Park to face AS Roma on Wednesday, July 23rd. Match will feature 2 of the most prominent clubs in European football, setting the stage for an exciting rematch at Fenway. Tickets are on sale now. Go to redsox.com/football at Fenway to get your tickets for this great match today. Bradley strikes out looking. Chavez gets his 3rd K. Halfway through this one with the A's on top 1-0. Jed Lowry, Stephen Vogt, Roberto Callaspo to bat in the inning, and grounder foul outside of first off the bat of Lowry, who struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. La Rosa with 5 strikeouts in his outing. Also pitching well in this game, but no run support. He's only given up 2 hits through the first 4 innings.
I mean, that's the story. I mean, the story is starting pitchers go out there knowing that you've got to throw goose eggs. Lackey did it for 9 innings the other day.
On second base, Pedroia shuffling to his right, and he throws out Lowry. But help NESN by taking a quick 2-minute survey and enter for a chance to win a VIP NESN experience at the ballpark in July. Visit NESN.com/survey during today's game for your chance to win. One out here in the 5th inning, and it brings up Stephen Vogt. Vogt tripling high off the wall in right center field to the right of the 388 marker in the 3rd inning. He'd score on a sac fly by Alberto Callaspo, and it's the difference in the game.
You wonder if they took that top of that fence out, just kept it the same. Obviously, that ball would have been gone, but this would make this ballpark play a lot shorter.
Is there a difference night to day here as far as where the ball travels?
There used to be a drastic difference at night. This is many, many years ago, but I still think that it doesn't carry, obviously, as well at night as it does in the daytime. That marine layer, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Right. When it gets cold.
Yeah, it can get cold here.
Yeah.
De La Rosa falling behind 3-0, strolling in behind the mound. A little extra time for himself. Taking, and he takes strike one.
So get me over fastball at 93.
Walks Vogt, and that's the first walk given up by De La Rosa. Well, today's twisted but true fact of the game is O.Co Coliseum is the only multi-purpose stadium in the U.S. serving an MLB and NFL team, and has the most foul territory in Major League Baseball. Playing surface is actually 21 feet below ground level, giving the illusion that the stadium is short, which it isn't, as illustrated by the 10,000-seat upper deck of Mount Davis. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. And from the outside, it doesn't look like it is as cavernous as it is on the inside. This place is huge.
It really is, especially for football.
Fly ball to left center field. Daniel Nava and Bradley Jr. And it's Bradley cuts in front to make the catch. 2 down. So a two-way, and Vogt at first base. Eric Sogard coming up. His first start of the series. And some tough offensive numbers. 197. No homers and 9 runs batted in.
They're going to have to make some decisions, this Oakland team, when Josh Reddick comes back. He's rehabbing right now. While they have Vogt playing right field, you forget about Josh Reddick.
Yes.
The kind of year he had coming over here, 2 years ago, hit 30 home runs.
He's in a hyperextended right knee. His first stint on the disabled list this year, and the 3rd time that Reddick has been on the DL. Pitch in there for a strike right now, rehabbing with Sacramento. Sogard struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Trying to bunt his way on. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 12 years. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live and in true HD on over 400 devices. Visit RedSox.com for details.
Wasn't really that bad of an idea. You see Herrera playing so deep at 3rd base.
Sogard has never had a hit against the Red Sox in his career. He is 0 for 20.
No wonder he's bunting.
Yes, trying any way he can to get on.
I think he's on the bubble, to be honest with you. That's why I brought up Josh Reddick's name. You know, they have Callaspo that can play second base, and even Lowry moves over and plays second base here and there. But Punto, right? They've got enough infielders, and now that Vogt came up and showed that he can play right field, I mean, somebody's out on the bubble, and I think it's Sogard. He hasn't been swinging the bat at all.
Chop to 3rd base. Herrera will go to first base with a throw that's in plenty of time to end the inning. We head for the 6th with the Oakland A's on top 1-0. As we head to the top half of the sixth inning, Brock Holt's about to lead it off. Red Sox fans here hoping to have something to cheer about. The Names have taken the first two games of the series. Red Sox trailing here in game 3. Holt, Pedroia, and Ortiz will try to get to Jesse Chavez here in the inning. Trying to bunt his way on as Donaldson was backed up at third. Well, like we've seen some pretty good defense in this series. Craig Gentry, the diving bid in the first game of the series. And then last night, or actually today, Brock Holt laying it out.
That was a better play.
It might have been.
More important still last night.
Yes.
2 runners on.
Strike over the outside corner. Holt down 0-2. Five in a row retired by Chavez. Was not giving up a hit through the first 5. To left field, and that's in for a base hit. Red Sox able to break it up. Brock Holt with a base hit to left. First hit of the game for Boston.
And that is his stroke. We've come to know that little stroke to left field. He's hit the monster in Fenway Park a couple of times, but that's his stroke. That's what makes him a 300 hitter right there. It's kind of hard to defense that. And he'll pull the ball with occasion. I mean, he hits the ball all over the ballpark. He was on the raw end of that deal with Gentry last night. That was him that hit the line drive to center field. That's 2 RBIs. Would have got a triple. So he got robbed last night.
He's doing it offensively. He's doing it defensively. He has been, to me, an incredible surprise coming into the season.
I don't know if you'd say, I didn't know what kind of player he really was. You know, when you only come up for a short time and you know you're not going to be there, you really didn't pay attention to him.
You didn't do this in spring training. I mean, it didn't really jump out at you there.
No, but you really do. All of a sudden, he started to swing the bat, and I started looking up, saying, "What's he doing in the minor leagues?" And he's got some numbers
they've been
down
very
there.
good. Yeah, it was like 386 with the BOS Sox.
I think he led the league somewhere at 320 one year somewhere. I mean, he can hit. I mean, it's hard to keep up the pace he was on, though. I mean, you can't get 2 hits a night. But everything was going his way. Ground ball, base hit.
He's a leadoff base hit to begin things here in the 6th inning. Pedroia 0 for 2. He's grounded into a 6-3 double play and grounded out to second base. He'll pop it up foul, out of play off to the right. Foxwoods Resort Casino is the official resort casino and proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
Pedroia got a pitch that I thought he was going to try to leave the ballpark the last pitch. Fastball up.
Fly ball down the right field line headed towards the pen and beyond it into the seats. First, and diving back is Holt.
He's not a burner, but he can steal you a bag. You don't want to run out of this inning right now, but you don't want a double play ball either.
A little bit low, and it's 2-2. Line to right, and it's in for a base hit in front of Oak. Up to second base goes Holt. All of a sudden, the Red Sox have put together back-to-back base hits. Didn't have a hit through the first 5.
It's a nice piece of hitting on both counts. Talk about Holt getting the ball the other way. 2 strikes, fastball up away, and He doesn't try to do too much with it. That is a good stroke by Pedroia. When he gets hot, he hits a lot of balls like that. When you think of your third hitter, well, today he's hitting second, but you think of your third hitter, you don't think of a third hitter just hitting the ball the other way. You think of hitter hitting the ball out of the ballpark, and he's right where he should be. He should be a number 2 hitter.
2 on, nobody out. David Ortiz, the batter. And David will take ball 1. Kind of surrounded the plate with that pitch.
You got to play him straight up with 2 guys on.
Holt at second, Pedroia at first, nobody out. Down and in, knocked down by Jaso. No advance for the base runners. Chavez falling behind now, 2-0.
This is the game right here. They have to take advantage of this. No doubt about it. They are in the driver's seat right now.
Ortiz will take the strike. I thought it was low and may have been.
It was low. This ball is low paint. He wants it. He got it.
Ortiz chops it to first base. Callaspo will go to second for 1. Back to first for 2. Taking third is Holt, but a big double play grounded into by David Ortiz.
That's a double play the hard way, but David obviously can't get down the line. He gets a curveball from Chavez. He's seen it before, punched out on it, but that wasn't a very good one. He doesn't get out of the box. Trouble right away. Callaspo takes all the time in the world to flip it to Lowry. Pitcher covering, which is a tough play for a pitcher to get there. He's got more than enough time to settle in and take the throw. From the driver's seat to 2 outs.
Second double play turned in the game by the A's. Tying run 90 feet away. And Mike Napoli fouls off the first pitch.
Boy, this is getting old, isn't it? I mean, we've seen this for a long, long time. You get a threat, then there's a double play ball. I mean, nobody can get that big hit.
That has been the key. Timely hitting so far in the season. A promising inning that starts, and then Napoli will take strike 2.
This would be a big 2-out hit right here. Take some of the sting out of this inning. This is momentum changer.
Napoli strikes out looking. He knew it. And he takes with him the 4th strikeout of the game for Chavez. 1-0 Oakland. of the 6th inning. It's on to the bottom of the 6th inning with the A's on top 1-0. Top of the Oakland A's order to get it started. Coco Crisp, John Jaso, and Yoenis Cespedes scheduled to bat in the inning. And there is strike one from De La Rosa. 5+ innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. And 5 strikeouts, a walk for De La Rosa. And Crisp is 0 for 2 against him. And he sends one to deep right field. Holt back there to make the catch right in front of the track for the first out of the 6th inning. Well, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Men's Warehouse, proudly introducing Joseph Aboud. DC and Steve Lyons will have a preview of the Sox Ace season finale, and they'll have scores and news from around the majors. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. on NESN. Back-to-back day games here in Oakland. Well, the Red Sox move on to Seattle. So 0 for 2 in the game, has grounded out to second and flied out to right field. De La Rosa has really done a very good job here at keeping this Oakland A's offense under control and quiet here today. Exception of the 1 run, a triple by Stephen Vogt, knocked in on a sac fly by Alberto Callasmo, and that really has been it.
He's looked comfortable as can be. I mean, he belongs. I mean, you could tell that the way he throws the baseball, everybody knows that he's got great velocity, and that changeup to go along with it, you just saw there right there, just a nasty changeup, just falls off the table.
And then for strike 2.
You could throw that changeup for a strike or just let it dive down and away out of the zone.
First 2 years of Major League experience coming with the Dodgers, of course.
Another one. There you go.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Jaso. 6 strikeouts for De La Rosa.
I mean, you'd hate to put it into the Pedro category, but this is a Pedro-esque type of changeup. The ball's dipping hard down out of the zone, and then the differential is getting there. 83 miles an hour, and you throw close to 96. That's pretty good.
Lincoln Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 2 down here in the 6th inning brings up Yoenis Cespedes, 0 for 2 today. To left and in for a base hit, just over the outstretched glove of Stephen Drew. Cespedes picks up the Oakland A's 3rd hit of the game, and it comes with 2 outs in the inning. Well, lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer of women. Donate to the American Lung Association at any CVS pharmacy. Now through June 29th, CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. 2 down, runner at first for Brendan Moss. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Singled to center in the 4th. Red Sox going into the shift here on the right side, even with the runner at first base. Pedroia in short right field and over towards the line. As Moss will take ball 1. Last 23 games, Moss only hitting at .188. He's been fairly versatile as well. He's played at 4 different positions. There's a pitch in there for strike. They've used him in left, right, first base, and as the DH.
Well, he knows he's going to play. I mean, a couple of years ago, probably if he went into a slump like that, he would have went back to the bench. But he's deserved to be able to get through slumps with the kind of power that he's produced.
We're talking about a guy who's got 17 home runs, 55 RBIs. Starting to stop at first for Cespedes. He didn't go when the pitch missed.
You know, I've saw Cespedes. He can run a little bit.
Yes,
he doesn't steal bags. He's got 1 stolen base, but you talk about a 5-tool player. I mean, does that mean he has some speed? But you have to steal bags to be a 5-tool player, right? You can't just have. He got good speed. You ever see him going around the bases?
Yes.
He can get it. Just because you have good speed doesn't mean you can steal bags.
That'll miss for ball 3, 3-1.
Changeups has got away from him a couple times there. One down and away, and that one he kind of pushed up there.
Josh Donaldson waiting on deck. 2 down here in the 6th inning. A's trying to add on to their 1-0 advantage.
Careful right here.
His 80th pitch. Moss takes it. He thought it was ball 4, but instead it's strike 2. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
What's he looking for? He got a ball inside part of the plate to launch, and he takes it. That looked like happy land, didn't it? Like,
we'll get another chance here with 2 down. Cespedes at first base.
I throw him the changeup though. Yep.
Moss strikes out on it, and that's 7 strikeouts for De La Rosa. It's 1-0 A's at the end of 6. Another victory for Dennis Eckersley, and this was a photo finish. I mean, Raleigh was right there, but you pulled out.
They told Raleigh, back off, man. They did.
This has been terrific.
I've rung everybody up. Watch.
When this comes to an end.
You, and everybody.
All y'all.
Yes.
Yes.
That's mild, believe me.
Tomorrow is our last day of this. I am really going to miss this when we move on because this has been
terrific. Just doing this every day.
Yes, this is awesome.
Yes,
do this every day.
I'll throw out the pitch.
Yes.
Yep. I get better at it too each time.
I mean, I never really cared about the sausage race when you go to Milwaukee. You get the president's running in Washington. Yeah. It's not as exciting. This is totally different.
Everybody used to throw stuff at those guys. Remember the sausages?
Yes.
They'd fire stuff at the guy. Somebody took a bat once.
Yeah,
got in trouble.
That. Yes, remember that? In Milwaukee, I do remember that.
Guy got suspended or something. Something that's embarrassing. He waffled the guy. He went over.
You're not supposed to hurt
can't
the mascots.
do that. They're head heavy.
Yes.
Right? They go down.
Well, Nava leading it off and lining it into right field for a base hit. Daniel Nava. Some better swings here against Chavez as the game has gone on.
That's why they got somebody in the bullpen warming up right now. They know that he's at the end of his rope right now. He's been fairly fortunate if you think about it. 4 walks, didn't give up a hit till last inning, got 2 of them, 2 hits, nobody out, and got a big double play ball. But you can't be throwing fastballs middle and not expect a bullet like Nava hit right there.
So Nava at first to begin things here in the 7th inning. A.J. Pierzynski backs out. A.J. has grounded out twice to the first baseman, Alberto Callaspo.
How about taking a pitch right here, you think?
A.J. doesn't take a lot of pitches.
No, it's like, you want action, he's your guy.
He'll throw to first, and Nava back to the bag again.
Sinker baller out there. Otero waiting in the wings of the right-hander, and Abad just got some pretty good gas from the left-hand side.
A.J. swings away and hits a high fly ball to right center field as Chris gets back to make the catch on the warning track right in front of the wall. Pierzynski again to the warning track. Second time we've seen that in the last couple of games. Both times Coco Crisp back there to make the catch. So 1 out here in the 7th inning. Time now for the AT&T fan photo of the game. Tweet your photo to hashtag NESN fan photo for a chance to be shown in our broadcast. Brought to you by AT&T. Today's fan photo is from Mike M., who was in Xander Bogaerts' home country, Aruba, last month. One down here in the 7th. Nava at first base, and here's Stephen Drew. And then Otero, who picked up the save in the first game of the series, up in the pen alongside Fernando Abad now. Chavez working here with 1 out in the 7th inning. Pitch count up to 96 pitches.
They are concerned about, you think we can fly? Nobody can run. We can't steal a bag to save our life. And they're throwing over there. I mean, he's a little slow to the plate.
To left field, Brandon Moss waiting. Puts it away. Bill of the cap high. 2 down.
But nobody's waiting around. I mean, they get a pitch and they're just trying to make something happen.
2 down here in the 7th inning brings up Jonathan Herrera.
Number 10, Jonathan Herrera.
If Herrera doesn't do something here, Chavez skated 7 innings.
Herrera with a walk in the 3rd. He lined out to third base in the 5th. There is strike 1.
Because if Herrera gets a hit here, he's gone. Chavez is gone. Abad's coming in here to face Bradley. That's all there is to it.
Slings it over to first base, but Nava back to the bag again. Nava led off with a single to right field. He's still standing at first base with now 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Just outside.
They moved him back to today, gave him an extra day's rest in between this start for him.
One hopper out to second base. Sogard will go to first, and that will end the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch, 1-0 Oakland. Dymo LM160 label makers from WB Mason give you a million reasons to organize that mess. Get yours now for just $9.99. Available June only, exclusively from WB Mason while supplies last. It's on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Josh Donaldson, Jed Lowry, and Stephen Vogt coming up. Donaldson grounded out to short in the 2nd. He struck out in the 4th inning. De La Rosa back on the mound again. Working here fairly economically. 82 pitches in his outing, working in the 7th. This is on the ground to third base. Herrera spins all the way around and fires to first. Plenty of time to get Donaldson for the first out of the inning. Well, tomorrow, catch an all-new episode of Nesson Clubhouse where kids run the show. Learn how to walk on stilts with Big League Brian and find out what kind of wood is in a baseball bat. Plus, Gary and David Ortiz's son D'Angelo face off in round 4 of Batter Up. Don't miss Nesson Clubhouse live and commercial free tomorrow at 2:30. Bob and Otero were up, but now it is Luke Gregerson warming in the pen. Plans have changed now that Chavez was able to get through that top of the 7th inning.
I told you, Chavez is gone. See you. This is Big League Baseball. They go to their setup man and then that Doolittle dude that's got some gas.
The Gas Masterson.
Gas Masterson. Gregerson, slider master. And then the guy Doolittle with the beard and the gas. I'll tell you what, though, De La Rosa has done a nice job. We've seen the best of De La Rosa. I mean, 3 times he's had 3 great outings. This
is to deep center field, but Bradley Jr. gallops back and makes the catch for the first out, or second out here of the 7th inning. It'll look easy as Lowry's retired. We'll tune in tonight after the game to Nesson Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Jameson and Leah will have the sights and sounds from the Nathan's Hot Dog eating qualifying round and have a complete World Cup highlights for you. See what know-how can do. There's Doolittle making his way out there, the Gas Masterson.
It's that Brian Wilson type thing, not the dark hair.
His is a little more natural, though, I think.
Than Wilson looks like shoe polish. He's got, right? It's funky looking.
He's got it in his hair, too, I think. Yeah. He's got it all going on.
Everybody. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but
it works.
It works, and he's got it going on. He's not going to cut it anytime soon, believe me.
Saw him last night as he was able to wrap up Game 2 of the series. It worked 3 straight days in a row, so we had the first game of the series off. Otero had the save the first night, and then he came in last night.
Right, because it was shocking that he didn't come in the first night. He had a 2-run lead. Otero almost gave it up. Brzezinski took Coco Chris right to the wall, but
there's a lot of stuff going on here in Oakland. I got to tell you, in the crowd, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Some bizarre flags, people.
You get sections of people doing all the same thing. You get flags over there, and the rows in the bleachers.
They have a good time here.
This is as festive as a crowd as you will see in the major leagues.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is a party, and they start early here. It's like they're outside. I mean, this is like a
tailgate master.
Yes.
You should see Raider games. When I was a kid, I used to tailgate.
Imagine.
Oh, my goodness. I was in the big leagues, and I was tailgating.
Outside?
Nobody knew who I was.
Just slide in.
But I loved the Raiders. I mean, I loved them back in the mid-'70s. I mean, they were it.
Outside is the place to be. All kinds of. They start very early here on a night game.
Oh,
we get here at 2 o'clock. They're out there.
Yeah.
The off pitch to Vogt is sent foul down the left field line out of play.
But doesn't De La Rosa, he looks so comfortable. I mean, he's good to go. He knows he belongs. He really does.
How would you take him out of the rotation, in my estimation, right now? How do you do it?
I know. I mean, what are you going to do with Workman, too? I mean, you're going to let Dubront. Buchholz is pitching. Got it? I mean, he's going to be back.
This is to right. Vogt has got himself a base hit. His second hit of the day. 3rd time he's been on base.
He's had the 2 best swings of the day. Vogt should have went bridge the first time up, and then you see that swing there. He's hot. He's found his way into the lineup. The guy, the catcher, that's playing right field, but he gets a changeup down. Just hooks this ball in the right field on the line. Maybe there's 2 outs here. De La Rosa could get out of this thing.
comes Alberto Callaspo. His sac fly, the difference in the game back in the 3rd inning. Flied out to center field in the 5th. In there for strike 1.
He's just so rubbery. You know, he's got that rubber arm.
Just missed.
See how hard that changeup was?
Well, sometimes he has more of a difference than other times.
Yeah, he'll throw a hard one, then he'll throw that one that just disappears.
First action of the day, starting in the pen, and just up is Craig Breslow. Drops in there for strike 2.
Yeah, that's a changeup too. 87. I mean, that's a hard changeup. Probably got 2 different ways he holds that changeup. One that the 3-finger turn me over Yahoo that's about 83.
What's the other one? A little deeper in the hand?
I don't know, because I didn't have one, so you can't ask me. But we've seen it, and I think he obviously does it on purpose. It's nice having 96 while you're at it, isn't it? Just whoops. How about one of these? Yeah.
Goes to first to a seed over there to first base. Back is Vogt with 2 down here in the 7th inning. Another 1-run contest here in Oakland. Up and away for ball 3. Oh, got away from him. Most pitches he's thrown in any outing is 106. He did that in his last outing against Minnesota in the 7-inning 1-hit performance at Fenway Park. Five full counts today.
He's taking his little sweet time, isn't he? He's like, he got it. Not worried. I used to get 3-2. Let's go. I'm not messing around.
You were ready to party.
Yeah.
Swinging a foul off the end of the bat. Well, don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. The guys will break down Ruby De La Rosa's start today. Have John Farrell's post-game comments. Can't go wrong when you buy right at WB Mason.
And he is relaxed as can be. I'll throw you a 3-2 changeup anytime you want. I mean, that is too cool for school for me.
7th pitcher to Callaspo. And he hits a fly ball to center field. Jackie Bradley Jr.'s got it under control and puts it away to end the 7th inning. We're on to the 8th. It's just a 1-0 Oakland lead. Selection of Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup packs to keep you running and guarantees to satisfy any fan base. Order by 11:30 a.m. and get free same-day delivery. Who but W.B. Mason? Well, it is 1-0 Oakland on top of Boston as we play along to the 8th, and a defensive change here for the A's for Craig Gentry coming into the game. And Stephen Vogt now moves in behind the dish for John Jaso. This call to the bullpen brought to you by your local New England Ford dealers. And it's Luke Gregerson coming in here for the A's after 7 innings from Jesse Chavez. 38th appearance for Gregerson, 1-1 with a 1.86 earned run average. 37 Ks to 7 walks, and opponents hitting at just 207 against him. There's a 2-hopper down to first. Callaspo flips to Gregerson for the out on Jackie Bradley Jr.
Nobody's wasting any time. Everybody's hacking first pitch. Last couple innings, Gregerson, the slider master, loves to throw the slider. Came over from San Diego. They gave up Seth Smith for him, who had a nice year for them last year. It was a big pickup for them. He's had trouble closing games, but his job is setting up. And we talked before how they got Jim Johnson from Baltimore, didn't follow through. Luckily, Doolittle has.
Gregerson has thrown 12 straight scoreless outings over 13 2/3 innings. And a pitch in there for strike 1 to Brock Holt. Second in the American League in games pitched with now 38.
There's that slider. He's been doing it for a long time. Had a lot of good years in San Diego.
'73 appearances last year. What worked out to be his final year with the Padres. Holt jumping back out of the way and a pitch in 1-2. Jesse Chavez today, 7 innings of shutout pitching. Didn't give up a hit until the 6th inning. He did walk 4, struck out 4, and departs with a chance to pick up his 7th win of the year. Line to right, and Brock Holt's got himself another base hit. 3rd time he's been on base in the game. Well, Ace Ticket, the official Red Sox ticket partner, has the best seats at the lowest prices to all the games at Fenway. All the 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Treat yourself or someone special. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
Brock Holt, he's doing his thing. I mean, a little breaking ball down and in, he pulls it. That last time up, hit the ball to left field, using the whole field.
Walked in the 1st inning and then singles in the 6th and 8th. Have Holt on for the 3rd time today.
It's a giant hole between 1st and 2nd. It's just humongous, especially with a guy like Pedroia. Last time up, shot the ball to right field.
You take strike 1. Pedroia's grounded into a double play, grounded out to 2nd, and last time up, single to right. He has one of the 4 Red Sox hits on the afternoon.
He's going to see nothing but sliders.
Help NESN by taking a quick 2-minute survey and enter for a chance to win a VIP NESN experience at the ballpark in July. Visit NESN.com/survey during today's game for your chance to win.
Well, he got a slider to handle that last time. He fouled it straight back. That was his pitch. Yes, slider.
Lets it go, and it just missed. That's a tough pitch to take. So close to that outside corner.
I mean, this is a pitcher's pitch. Pedroia is like lucky he's still there. Pedroia way off the plate. Didn't he seem like he was a long ways from that? Slider, slider, slider.
This one he fouls back.
Looked like he was on that one, a little down, but down middle.
Jackie Jackie Bradley Jr. grounded out to begin the inning. Holt with his single to right. Tying run at first base here for Boston in the 8th.
Boy, if he had a nasty sinker right here, he'd rock his world, but he doesn't.
On the ground towards shortstop. Lowry will flip to second for one. On to first. High throw pulls him off the bag. So they do get the lead runner in Holt. 6-4 in the force out there. I thought at first Lowry was going to take that to the bag himself and then fire to first, but he opted to go to Sogard, and they get the lead runner 2 down.
Turns out to be, I thought this was going to be a double play ball. You see Holt gets down on Sogard, gets there. Sogard just jumps and throws it. He had more time than to do that. See him flipped it up in the air. I don't know why he took that path. He probably thought that Holt was closer to him. He could have stayed and turned it. It's like he was bailing.
So 2 down. Pedroia at first base. David Ortiz the batter. We'll take ball 1. David walked in the first, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Bounced into a 3-6-1 double play in the 6th inning. As both Tazawa and Breslow up in the Boston pen. De La Rosa at 100 pitches through the first 7 innings. Napoli waiting on deck.
This is where David does his thing and turn around everything.
Away again. Well, 3-0. Ortiz swinging 3-0, hits a little blip to center. Crisp, who plays deep, is not going to get there. Gets in for a hit. He'll throw it back into second base, but the tying run now 90 feet away. He plays such a deep center field, always does, and get a bad break on that ball. By the time he gets there, it falls in.
Oh, they burnt him right there. That's what you get for playing so deep. I'm surprised 3-0 that he's swinging. I thought this was an out. Slider 3-0. He just hits a fly ball to center field. He gets a bad break on it. Meanwhile, he's at the track to begin with. That ball falls in, and we got first and third here with 1 out.
Ball was in the air a long time.
That ball's got to be caught. If I'm on the mound, I'm saying you got to be kidding me.
Well, for every Red Sox hit in June, Echo Store Technologies will donate $50 to the Sean Thornton Foundation to help find a cure for Parkinson's disease and pediatric cancer. To learn more, log on to echostore.com. Echo Store Technologies, your data center solutions provider. And Luke Gregerson getting a visit at the mound, and now at first and third, tying run 90 feet away for Boston. A chance for Mike Napoli. He came up in this situation with Holt at third base in the 6th inning and struck out looking. That was against Chavez. Went around for strike 1.
That nasty slider. Obviously, Gregerson's looking for a double play ball. Well, he just needs 1 out. He's just looking for a punch out, whatever.
In the dirt, and it's gathered by Vogt, able to keep it in front of him.
It's surprising to me, David swinging 3-0 at a breaking ball.
Ortiz at first, Pedroia at third, 2 down here in the 8th. In there for strike 2. Napoli didn't think so.
And that's unhittable right there. That slider, that's exactly what he's trying to do. That's perfect. As a hitter right now, you got to cover the plate. He throws that ball there again and down. You have a hard time laying off.
Low for ball 2, 2-2. On deck is Daniel Nava with 2 outs here in the 8th. Pedroia at third, Ortiz across the diamond at first with 2 outs in the 8th.
He's got to shorten up right here.
Napoli said it hit the ground, and it did. Out comes Melvin. He wants him to check with one of the other umpires. Napoli foul tipped it, said it hit the ground. Home plate umpire Walcott checks with the first base umpire Greg Gibson. It was not blocked by the batter. Melvin standing there waiting to hear what they decide on here.
We got to get another look at this. Obviously a slider down and away. He caught that ball. That ball did not hit the ground.
No.
Red Sox are in trouble. Backhands it.
He got it, though.
He got it.
They're talking to Melvin like he is going to get another chance here. Foul ball.
You got to take a look at this, don't you? I guess you can't challenge this because they would. He caught this ball. The ball's in the glove, in the web.
Certainly did. So Mike Napoli is going to get another chance.
Oh man, big break right there. I mean, huge break. Make him pay.
Well, it has to be non-challengeable because you have to imagine Bob Melvin would have challenged that.
Oh, absolutely. That is a huge break. You got to make him pay. As a pitcher, Gregerson's thinking he's out of the inning right now. He's got to get it all geared up again for trying to throw a nasty slider. You hope he hangs on. He's choked up a little bit too, trying to shorten up.
In the dirt, blocked by Vogt, but here comes Pedroia. He will get in. Game tied 1-1. In the dirt, off of Vogt, Pedroia aggressively breaks for the plate and gets in. What a turn of events this is.
How aggressive was that? I mean, he had to be on his toes, ready. Secondary lead. As soon as he sees that ball go away and it's in front of him, it's not really, you never see a guy try to risk it on that, but he was gone. He just went for it because there's nobody at home once the catcher goes for it. And he is psyched. From a punch out to a tie game, you see a headlong dive, gets the hand in. He's safe easy.
Now Ortiz taking off as Napoli. It's a fly ball to right field at Gentry, which will end the inning. This crowd's not happy. Gregerson is not happy, and he is really barking at the home plate umpire. being tossed in between innings as his pitcher Gregerson was upset. So was Melvin, and he came out there and said his piece. He was ejected by Quinn Walcott, the home plate umpire.
He went out there to protect Gregerson because Gregerson was airing him out. But back to this pitch, this slider down and away, goes to the backhand boat and catches that ball in the air. You see in the webbing. They don't review that. I mean, because they would if they could. Heads up play by Pedroia to score on the next pitch in the dirt. Just barely got away from Vogt to tie this game up.
One pinch hitter Nick Punto coming up here to lead it off in the bottom of the 8th inning for Sogard. Punto, who got the start at second base last night for the Oakland A's. He will take ball one. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Craig Breslow, as we start at the bottom of the 8th inning. His 25th appearance, 2-2, 4.30 earned run average, 15 walks to 16 strikeouts. Former Oakland A himself. This one fouled back to the screen. So Ruby De La Rosa today goes the first 7 innings, 4 hits. Gave up 1 run, the sac fly for Alberto Callaspo back in the 3rd inning. Walked a batter, struck out 7. Will not be part of the decision as Sachinichi Tozawa warming in the pen. Punto hits a 1-hopper picked by Pedroia at second base for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Punto hit a bullet, little 1-hopper right at Pedroia. It's a beautiful thing for Breslow. 1 out.
Those are Sean Doolittle up in the pen for the Athletics.
Number 4, Coco Chris.
Here comes Coco Chris, both for 3 today.
Coco's the one that cost him to begin with. I mean, he's playing so deep. I mean, he snatches balls at the wall. He does. He makes these spectacular catches at the wall, but it tells you he plays so deep.
You also got to kind of question the play by Sogard at second base on that double play ball. He thought somebody was right on him and was not.
He's got to turn that.
Plenty of time to throw that to first base.
He's trying to make a spectacular play, jump and throw.
On a strike here to Crisp. Is a wild pitch that ties this game and allows Pedroia to score. Down and in into the backstop as down goes Coco Crisp.
Looks like some of the pitches Andrew Miller threw last night. Where'd this come from? This breaking ball. I think he's trying to cut it or something. Holds on to it too long.
On the ground, foul, 2-2. Don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. Tomorrow at 3:30, TC and Steve Lyons will preview John Lester's start and have the latest from inside the Sox clubhouse. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? One out here in the 8th inning, Coco Crisp. Watches that go low. Ball 3.
Not biting at that changeup down and away.
Gentry waiting on deck. Took over defensively in right field last inning. Chris swings at this up the middle, and to his left is Drew. The throw is high, but Napoli goes up to get it for the second out here of the 8th.
That is a nice play by Drew. It doesn't seem like much, but you know, Coco's getting down the line. That ball's up the middle. I thought it was a base hit, but he got to it easy. Ball came up for him. He knew he had to let it go, almost threw high to Napoli, but he kept his foot on the bag.
2 down in the 8th for Craig Gentry. Gentry now in right field. He's hitting in John Jaso's spot. Jaso had been 0 for 3 today. Line to right, and that's going to get in for a base hit. 2-out single for Gentry. We'll keep an eye on him now with 2 outs to be trying to get into scoring position. Well, Sox fans, enter the Red Sox World Series ring raffle for your chance to win incredible Red Sox World Series ring prizes. Grand prize of 2004, 2007, and 2013 Red Sox World Series ring. To purchase raffle tickets and learn more about the second and third round places, go to redsox.com/ring raffle. Craig Breslow's day is over. Pitching change from Oakland. Brought to you in part by Stowe, Vermont, the new Scion TC, Southwest Airlines, Kia Dealers of New England, and by Cayenne Natural Casing Franks. Celebrate something. Well, it's 1-1 as with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, the Red Sox switch up pitchers. Shinichi Tozawa makes his 36th appearance of the year, 1-1 with a 2.30 earned run average. 34 Ks to 7 walks. Opponent sitting at 237 against Tozawa. Yoenis Cespedes batting with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Time call.
Well, obviously you're concerned about Gentry. He's got 13 bags, stolen bases, has not been thrown out yet, and you got to concentrate on the guy at the plate, Cespedes, who's got major power.
And he takes ball 1.
If you try to hurry up and deliver it, you're going to lose it and throw a ball right down the middle.
Cespedes 1 for 3 in the game. He's singled in the 6th inning.
Tozawa's got that little hesitation that he needs to get to deliver. abbreviated hesitation, you know.
Has to shorten it up.
Yeah, he has to shorten up that little kink that he has. And that's not going to throw you off. Gentry doesn't have that big a lead over there, but when he stole the base, was it last night, he didn't have a very big lead either.
Doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it.
With that kind of speed. Cespedes takes a strike, and it's now 2-1. Two for three in his career against Ozawa. So Gentry's going anywhere here on the 2-1 pitch. He is not, and Cespedes hits a fly ball to right field. Playable for Brock Holt, who makes the catch that ends the bottom of the eighth. We head for the ninth, tied at 1 from Oakland. Starting pitchers, John Lester, 15 starts, 8-7 with a 3.20 earned run average. Tommy Malone, 13 starts, 5-3 with a 3.56. This closer look is brought to you by FW Web. For an even closer look, visit FWWeb.com. Here we go into the ninth inning. Game tied 1-1. Both teams with 5 hits in the game, and the closer is in. But first, Nick Punto at second base stays in the game as Punto pinch hit for Sogard at second base, and he stays in at second. Doolittle, the closer's 34th appearance, got a save here last night. He was 10 out of 11 in save opportunities, a 2.06 earned run average, 50 Ks to 1 walk. That's the number that really jumps out at you there. As Johnny Gomes pinch hits here for Daniel Nava to begin things in the ninth inning. Gomes will take ball 1.
See if Gomes can get on top of one of these fastballs. He's got a pinch hit home run earlier this year. 2 for 8 pinch hitting this year.
A strike and it's 1-1. Hitting in Nava's spot. Daniel Nava had one of the hits for the Red Sox in this game. A single to right field in the 7th. Strike 2.
I mean, that's what you see. Nothing but gas. Last night he threw one slider, which was shocking. Not too many guys just go out there and just throw gas. Reminds me of Billy Wagner a little bit. Wagner, he threw even harder.
Gomes will pop it up right side of the infield. Alberto Callaspo. And he'll make the catch. Punto was cheating over. Looked like he was going to get in the way, but Callaspo puts it away for the first out of the ninth.
Now batting, number 40.
So one out for A.J. Pierzynski. 0 for 3 in the game.
Just missed going deep last time. Hit a ball to the track. And a couple balls good this series with nothing to show for it.
It's a fly ball to center field as Coco Crisp had started in. Now backs up, plenty of room. 2 down.
Yeah, Coco's got it. Look at him. He's playing like 375 easy. Huh? 380.
That's about where he plays.
I mean, my goodness. Play deep, cut across. Snatch balls over the fence.
Number 7, Stephen Drew.
But as a pitcher, I would think you would want him much closer, I would think.
Totally. That's what drives me crazy. I mean, Vernon Wells is the same way. He used to catch anybody you see snatch balls over the fence. They're playing too deep. Because it's my mistake. If it's at the fence anyway, I've got to live with it. Yeah.
But you want the ball that's cut off their medium depth center field. A lot of hits.
Not a ball like Ortiz. That ball was in the air forever.
Stephen Drew batting here with 2 outs in the ninth inning. Look at a lot of center fielders who play shallow. A guy like B.J. Upton with the Atlanta Braves, formerly of the Rays. This is in the air to left center. There is Coco Crisp again. It is a 1-2-3 ninth inning for Doolittle. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Game tied 1-1. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. 1-1 the score as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Johnny Gomes stays in the game in left field after pinch hitting for Daniel Nava. Shinichi Tozawa get the final out of the eighth inning, back out there for the ninth. Brandon Moss leading it off here for the Athletics. Lined and caught. Shortstop Stephen Drew on the right side of the infield to shift on. Well, today's game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. De La Rosa, 7 innings, 1 run in his outing, giving it 1 walk, struck out 7. Red Sox getting their run on a wild pitch. as Dustin Pedroia would score. On the other side, a sac fly for Alberto Callaspo. And Jesse Chavez, the starter, 7 shutout innings for the Oakland A's today, will not be part of the decision. Josh Donaldson batting with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Donaldson 0 for 3 in the game. Did he go? No, he did not, says Greg Gibson. Strike now to Donaldson.
It's a nice little curve ball right there that kind of gets in the hitter's head a little bit.
He's been breaking that out more this year than I remember at any point last year.
They don't swing at it. I mean, it's just sort of for show, but if you can throw a strike with it, it's a beautiful thing.
Donaldson fouls it back, 1-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. Now he's got that gas anytime and the split finger he could put you away with. The fastball away.
Too far away, and it's 2-2. Sal was able to get Cespedes to end the 8th. Tires Brandon Moss to begin the 9th.
Oh, split finger.
Wilson fouls it off, stays alive.
Didn't do much, gave him something to hit there.
Jed Lowry on deck, 1 out here in the 9th inning. In the dirt, and it is a full count now.
Sometimes he doesn't have the feel for that split finger. Threw a bad one, and he didn't want to throw a bad one again. He just shoved that one in the ground. What do you get throw him here? Throwing 2 bad split fingers. What's he going to do? Another split finger.
Try another one. In the dirt, and Donaldson has earned a 1-out walk. Bounced another one.
Yeah, he didn't like the way he threw the first one. He fouled back because he was all on it, and then so he said, "I'm not going to do that again." And he threw 2 in the dirt. This one being the worst of the last one. He did. This ball is not even close. This is when you say, I don't want to make a mistake. Shove it right in the ground.
Not even close to being tantalizing enough for Donaldson to try anything there and swing.
Like a 1-hop strike.
Potential winning run at first base for the Athletics. 1 out in the 9th inning. Jed Lowry 0 for 3 today. He struck out, grounded out, and flied out. 1 for 4 in his career against Tozawa. Just outside. batter that Tazawa faced last night was Lowry. He's able to get him and strand 2 runners in the 8th inning with the Red Sox trailing by a run. Outside, 2-0. Anxious times for John Farrell looking on. Red Sox tie the game in the top half of the 8th, 1-1. He's batting here in the bottom of the 9th inning with 1 out. Josh Donaldson at first.
Should get a pitch to hit here. Another fastball down and away.
Swing and a miss. Went down the middle as it turned out.
Down the middle. He looked late on a 2-0 fastball. This ball just got on him.
93 miles an hour.
Cannot handle it. Try to get this ball down and away.
Lowry fouls it off A.J. Pierzynski. It's 2-2.
I mean, there's 2 good pitches to hit right there. I mean, you know, a fastball is coming last time, especially, and this pitch was almost identical to the pitch before. Late.
Well, now Donaldson at first base. A short lead at first base for Donaldson. Lowry fouls it off.
3 in a row right there.
Right
boom,
there.
Boom, boom. Yeah, I think if he had a feel for a split, he'd throw one. Lowry doesn't seem to be able to handle his fastball. Gaffin again. Yes. Oh,
just outside. Tough pitch to take if you're Lowry.
I tell you what, you should be out just because you shouldn't take this pitch. I mean, this ball's a little bit outside. If I'm on the mound, I'm saying
you should be out.
You should be out counting on it. I might be pointing right now.
Don't care if it's not a strike or not.
It looks good.
You should be out.
You have no business taking that.
3-2 to Jed Lowry.
That's all he's seen is fastballs. The whole at bat, another one.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out with a fastball at 94 miles an hour.
I mean, sit down. 3-2 fastball by you, Moan. This ball is by you. He's got something wrong with his swing. He's in a funk right now, and he's taking advantage of Lowry. That ball's right by him in the middle of the plate. Saw a lot of pitches to hit. You're shaking your head over that at bat.
So 2 down. Donaldson still at first base, and Stephen Vogt the batter. Vogt has been on base 3 times today, a triple, a walk, and a single. Strike 1.
Ever since those split fingers, he said, forget about it. Let's just throw gas.
Another one. Missing down low that time. Best velocity he's had, but he missed the mark. 95 miles an hour. Alberto Callaspo on deck. 2 down here in the 9th. Donaldson gains his lead again at first. Been a short lead there at first base. Vogt fouls it off down the left field line out of play.
Well, he's got sneaky cheese tonight, doesn't he, today? I mean, these guys are just late on a fastball. A lot of late swings. Finally, split finger, something different. See if he throws a good one.
Vogt fouls it off.
It's almost doing him a favor throwing the split finger right now.
Just doesn't have a feel for it today.
Yeah. I mean, the ball's down, but he couldn't catch up with his fastball to pitch before. You see the ball goes down a little bit, but boy, you make a mistake with that split finger, the guy juices you, and you kick yourself. Yeah, enough of that. Let's go back to that.
And Vogt hits a fly ball to left field. Johnny Gomes camped underneath and puts it away. Bonus baseball from Oakland today with the game tied 1-1. By Jack Lake's beef jerky. Now back here in Oakland as we get ready for the top half of the 10th inning. Game tied 1-1. And Dan Otero into the game here for the Athletics. His 34th appearance, 5-1 with a 2.25 earned run average. 20 strikeouts to 7 walks, and he picked up his first major league save here in game 1 of the series. Jonathan Herrera takes strike 1.
Well, he's going to give you something to hit. He's a sinker baller, doesn't punch out a lot of guys, and doesn't walk guys.
Herrera walked in the 3rd inning. Since then, he's lined out to 3rd, grounded out to 2nd base. Slices it foul, 1-2.
He's like the A's Badenhoff kind of job he does. Looking for a ground ball. He's your man. Go multiple innings. .
Popped up, foul ground, long run for Donaldson going full bore, but he won't have a play. Armstead lands harmlessly down by the Oakland A's bullpen. Guerrero, Bradley Jr. and Holt expected here in the 10th inning. Popped up left side. This will send Lowry to the grass and left. And the shortstop puts it away for the first out of the 10th inning. Well, the 8th inning appeared to be strike 3 on a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Napoli said it hit the ground, and the home plate umpire Quinn Walcott agreed. It's not a play you can challenge. If they did, it would have been overturned, and the score would have been 1-0 Oakland. But right after that, Pedroia scoring on the wild pitch, and then in between innings, Bob Melvin getting tossed from this game.
How aggressive was Pedroia on that play?
Wow.
A ball in front of the plate. No one ever goes. It usually has to go one way or the other.
Didn't get that far away from him.
He didn't care. He's just taking a shot. He knew that this might be it. But that was a punch out. That was definitely caught in the webbing.
At that point, that Melvin had come out in between innings. He was well aware from his clubhouse that video that they could see that had been caught, and it was a missed call by the home plate umpire, Quinn Walcott.
Gregerson was airing out the umpire on the way out.
Yes.
He probably should have been thrown out. But Melvin runs out here so he can. Melvin ran out so he didn't have to have the pitcher run. But look at him. I mean, that ball's out. I don't know what he read. All he said, that ball's in the dirt, I'm taking a shot. That's why he's psyched.
Now 1-2 is up the middle and into center field. A base hit for Jackie Bradley Jr. So a 1-out single for Bradley Jr.
Once again, you're going to get a ground ball, big high sinker. Middle, he hits this ball solid right up the middle for a base hit. His first hit on the day.
So Bradley Jr. at first base, 1 out. Here's Brock Holt. Holt has been on base 3 times today. A walk and 2 singles. As they check on Bradley at first base. Edward Mujica and Koji Uehara in the Red Sox pen. Holt will take the strike.
Otero throwing those high sinkers. Very, very hittable.
This is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Another check on Bradley at first base, back to the bag. Line to center field, and it's in for a base hit. Up to second goes Bradley as the throw goes towards third base. Brock Holt has his 3rd hit of the day. 4th time he's been on base, and the Red Sox have something going here in the 10th.
You talk about using the whole field, left field for a base hit. Last time I pulled it for a base hit to right field. This time center field base hit. I mean, talk about doing it all. This is exactly the reason why he's hitting close to 340.
Fourth 3-hit game of the year now for Brock Holt, who's aboard at first. Bradley at second base, 1 out here in the 10th inning. Kurt Young out there to talk to Otero, the pitching coach, and that's Dustin Pedroia followed by David Ortiz coming up.
Otero's very hittable today. He was hittable the other night. You're seeing his sinkers are belt high.
Dustin Pedroia 1 for 4 today. Did bounce into a double play in the first inning. Grounded out to second in the third. Single to right in the sixth inning. And then reached on the fielder's choice in the eighth. As he takes strike one. David Ortiz on deck. Pedroia 1 for 2 against Otero in his career. Pedroia hits a little pop-up to shallow right. Gentry coming in, and he will get there without a problem. Drops the ball on the transfer, and then fires back in. It is out number 2.
Interesting.
Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, out there to make the call here on the transfer drop.
To me, that he had that all the way. I know earlier in the season they were calling this a drop. That ball dropped real late, almost in his hand. I don't even think back then they would have called that a drop.
First and second, 2 down, and David Ortiz. David has been on twice, a walk and a single. He struck out, grounded into a double play, and a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. First time Ortiz has faced Otero.
Ortiz has got to get a sinker up and do some damage.
On a strike down to Big Papi.
That was a funny swing by Ortiz. Ball sort of by him. He took such a late hack at it.
Line down the left field line, foul.
That little slice right down the left field line there would have been a beautiful thing. A little chalk ball.
Well, Stephen Vogt out to talk to Otero with 2 outs here in the 10th inning. Bradley at second. Holt at first. 2 outs in the 10th.
A little sinker and a changeup's what he's got. That's it. Take your choice. Make him get it up.
Napoli on deck, hoping you get a chance here in the 10th. Ortiz strikes out.
Flip the cheese line.
Strand a pair as we head to the bottom of the 10th. Still tied at 1. Oakland, California, the home of the A's. The Red Sox and A's are tied 1-1. So we head to the bottom of the 10th inning. New pitcher for Boston, Edward Mujica. His 28th appearance, 2-2 with a 5.81 earned run average, 20 strikeouts to 7 walks. An opponent sitting at 301 against Mujica. Zhao ends up going an inning into third, giving him no hits, no runs. He walked a batter, struck out a batter. As Callaspo leads it off here for the A's in the bottom of the 10th inning. Callaspo with a sac fly back in the third inning, supplying the A's run. High drive, but foul down the right field line. He was out ahead of that.
Just a long scare right there. Ball's foul, way foul.
Outside for ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. Aspo trying to get on to begin this bottom of the 10th inning. Nick Punto waiting on deck. Ball 4. Walks the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 10th inning.
And here comes Punto to the plate to bunt. The shredder is going to bunt.
As I recall, the shredder is pretty good at this.
Yeah, he better be, because he can't hit.
So, here is Nick Punto.
Just kidding.
Callaspo at first base. Nobody out here in the 10th. And on the grass at third is Herrera, anticipating the bunt, and he pulls back on a pitch that is high and not close. Two for 6 in his career against Mujica, showing bunt on the first pitch.
You know, bunting's hard when everybody's crashing. I mean, you got to deaden this bunt.
Pulls back again, and it's 2-0.
Mujica hasn't thrown a good pitch yet. Very sloppy with fastballs, running away. A little concern on the mound by all the infielders. Like, let's go. And you got Uehara warming up. It's like if this thing gets difficult, he may have to go to him to shut this inning out.
Punto get out of the way. Ball 3.
Well, it registered a strike, but it just looked so ugly. He almost hit him, it looked like. After the ball's away, he holds on to it a little longer. He reaches back. Setting up outside, you reach back and you don't get that call, but you don't really deserve it when you've been all over the place. He's not bunting now.
Luca's going to have to throw a strike, and he does.
He's going to turn around to bunt again, and it wouldn't surprise me if he pulled it back.
Aspo at first base, a 3-1 pitch. Punto gets it down as Napoli looked at second, now fires to first, and that almost was laid. Very close. Took a long time looking at second base. Thought about trying to get the lead runner, and then almost didn't get Punto, who gets the sacrifice.
Well, he made the right decision. I'll tell you what, he just waited too long almost, because there's no play at second base. This is a beautiful bunt by Punto. makes Napoli charge this ball. He catches it and wheels like he's going to throw to second base. Good thing he didn't, but a close play at first. He almost waited a little bit too long. Punto could run a little better. He would have been safe.
You're right. As Mujica has looked shaky to the first two batters, out goes John Farrell. And he is going to make the change here. Uehara ready to go in the pen. He'll be in this game. Tied at 1. And Coco Crisp coming up here to face Koji Uehara, into his 33rd game, 2-1 with a 0.83 earned run average. 15 for 15 at save opportunities, 43 Ks to 4 walks, and opponents hitting at 162 against Uehara. The potential winning run is at second base in Callaspo. Coco Crisp with a big hit in last night's 8th inning to drive in what turned out to be the winning run for the Oakland A's, and now trying to give the A's a walk-off win here in the 10th inning. Callaspo at second base. And Crisp lines it to right field. Down the line as Callaspo is going to try and score. The throw from Holt will be late. And yes, the Oakland A's have walked off in the 10th inning and beat the Red Sox the first 3 games of this series. And yes, it is Coco Crisp again who gets it done. Their 5th walk-off of the year, and it didn't take long.
They did it again, jumped on the first pitch, something inner half to Coco. And he wastes no time in lining this ball, pulling this ball into right field. Fastball up, out of the zone. He's hacking, hits a bullet to right field. I thought he was going to score easy on this Callaspo, but Brock comes up with a big throw all the way in the air to Przinski, but late. And Callaspo scores the winning run, and the A's do it again. A 1-run win.
Fifth career walk-off for Coco Crisp, the 2nd of this season. And the Red Sox frustrated again in Oakland as the A's walk off with a win. It is 2-1. We'll send it back to our Watertown studios and Tom Caron. TC?